Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game repair video for you this evening. This time we have the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Got this from a friend of mine. He told me exactly what was wrong with it. It's broke. This is actually a little bit newer than I usually like to mess with. I like the older 80s and 90s stuff. But once they got to about 2000 or so, it just got too complicated. Too complicated. So my friend Jim told me that the monitor was broke on it. And it freezes sometimes, I think he said. But this is why I don't mess with the newer stuff. Look at all this crap. It's literally got a computer in there. Then all this stuff, I don't even know what that is. I guess some kind of in-out board or something or another. I don't really know that much about computers. That's why I don't mess with the newer stuff, because they're all just basically a computer. I like the older circuit boards, you know, with chips and, you know, caps and stuff that you can take off and change pretty easily. I had to stop. My FedEx man came in. But yeah, I don't really know that much about computers. I like the older circuit boards where you can just change the chips. If you got a bad chip, unsolder it, solder in another one, unsolder the cap, solder in a new cap. It's all through hole solder. Once they got to the newer surface mount solder, like those chips, I kind of stopped messing with them. Like that chip there is about impossible to change. Look at all those little feet on there. All four sides. Little itty bitty traces. Literally a robot put that together. A robot. I'm not a robot. I can't do it. But anyway, I got a good deal on this one. We basically did some horse trading. He gave me this machine for some monitor repair for another game he had. Which brings me to this monitor, which is a D9400 monitor. Which I don't like either because they're too new. Again, too new. It does tri-sync, I think. Yeah, it's a tri-sync monitor. So it does a standard resolution, medium resolution, high resolution, which sounds great. But that's just 3 more times as much stuff to break on it. So I hate those monitors, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna try to do something with it, I guess. I think I'm gonna plug it in just to see what it's doing, see if the monitor does anything. And we'll go from there. Lights up. I'm sure it's gonna take a while to boot because it's got the computer in there. But I thought I heard the monitor come on. See if we can tell if we've got net glow or not. We got net glow. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. Let's see. I don't think you can tell through the camera, but we do have net glow. Can't tell if the computer's running or not. Getting power over here. Did you see the steering wheel moved? Lights are on. It's got a mind of its own. Well, it stopped flashing. See if it's got a volume control or something inside here. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the heck's going on with this thing. Let's see if I can turn up the flyback. Well, it's in there where I can't reach it very easily. All right, well, let me see what I can figure out here. Well, I turned up the flyback, and it's saying no signal in. So, let's see what's going on with that. VGA doesn't have a signal in because it's not plugged in. Okay, let's plug this baby in. Okay. Looks like we're on now. It may be frozen. I think he was telling me it would freeze, but he also said the monitor was bad, but the flyback was just turned down too far. Let's see if I can turn it back again without electrocuting myself. Let me reach in here and feel around with my finger. Seems like a good idea. I'm totally gonna get shocked. All right, yeah, the game's froze. I think that's what he was telling me it did. Let's reset it, see what it does now that we can see something. It's thinking about it. The computer games just take a while to boot. It's probably booting up. Or something is broke. I'm gonna give it another minute and see. Well, the battery died on my phone, but I adjusted the monitor a little bit. It got a little bit better. And it did boot. It just took it a few minutes because it's a computer. And it ran for about 5 minutes and then it just froze on this screen. So that could be a couple things. It could be the power, but more than likely it's the motherboard in the computer. It's going to have some capacitors in there that are probably exploded or getting ready to explode. So I'm going to take the computer out, look at the motherboard, and see if we see any caps that look like they're bad. Well, I was expecting to see a lot of mushroomed caps, but they all actually look pretty good. Usually you can obviously tell they're all mushroomed up, but these look pretty good. I checked the power. Looks like a newer power supply probably. All that was good. It is getting really hot in there for some reason. Here's the video card. Those caps look fine. I may change those few just for good measure. But I took this off. And I'm kind of wondering if it just needs some more thermal paste right there on top of that. Again, I don't really know much about computers, but you know, the PlayStations and stuff, they have a big problem with the thermal paste. I don't know. I think I might try it. I think I might just put a bunch of thermal paste on there, put it all back together, change these caps, and we'll see how that goes. Could be the hard drive's going bad too. I don't know. I'm gonna keep tracking it down and I'll let you know what I come up with. All right, I put this whole tube of thermal paste on there. That's all I had. We don't really work on this newer stuff that much. And then I changed all 4 of those capacitors. I cleaned this connection here. And I'm going to try it again. You may be wondering, well, Joe, why don't you just change all those caps? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds. The traces are just tiny. And it's not, I mean, it's not that easy. A monitor, sure, I can just change all the capacitors. But these traces are so small on here that the cap leg barely fits through the hole. And if you're not careful, you mess up the traces and it's the whole thing. So I made sure to change the ones on the video card though, because I've had a bunch of Silver Strike bowlings and PGA Tours that would freeze like this one's doing. And it's usually the capacitors on the video card. Sometimes it's the capacitors on the main board too, but usually when those are bad, they're all mushroomed up. So I'm just trying this first. We may go back and change all those too later, but I want to see if this is going to do anything first. Well, I got it back in the machine and I didn't break it yet. So I guess I'm just going to let it run a while and we'll come back later and see if it's still working. Next track, Shibuya. Well, it's been running for about an hour. And I realized I didn't have any sound. So I came back here, I started messing with this, I traced it over. And then I found this unplugged. So I don't know what that has to do with the sound. But the sound is working. And it's also got lights underneath it that I didn't know about. Fancy, fancy. Top of the line. So I'm just going to keep letting the thing run. And I'm going to let it run all day today. And all day tomorrow. And if it don't freeze, I'm going to consider that done. I'm going to do some cosmetic stuff to it. And I haven't really found anything wrong with the monitor yet. He said the monitor was messed up, but all I did was adjust it. So I'm gonna have to keep watching that too. I think I can get it a little bit brighter too. I need to tweak it some more. But I'm gonna let it run for a day or two and I'll come back and we'll finish the video. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the gameplay. Well, it's the next day. It ran for about 8 hours yesterday. Ronnie stays pretty late and he left it on the whole time, didn't freeze. I came in this morning at 8 and turned it on and it's about 2:30 right now. Been running all day. I think the only thing it needed was the thermal paste. And I wish I would have had one of those thermometers that you can shoot in there and get the temperature, because it's definitely a lot cooler in here than it was when I started, before I put the paste on. I mean, it's normal temperature, but before it was really hot in there. After just a few minutes of running, I mean, like this one's been on for 6 hours, I think, today, and it's totally fine. Before, when I had it on, I had it running for 10 minutes, and it was hot in there. So I think the only thing really left to do, it already had locks on it. I put that little dollar bill plate on there earlier. I think really the only thing left to do was to wipe it down a little bit, clean it up, take it over to the other side, and we'll set up a tripod and play a game. Make sure everything works. It looks like all the lights are on. So I think we're about done with this one. I can't believe that thermal paste fixed it. I've always heard that causes issues on like the PlayStations and stuff when they overheat, and the Xbox 360s, all that stuff. But apparently it's a thing. Apparently it does actually keep it from overheating. So that's pretty neat. I'll have to order some more. I think I used way too much. Apparently you only need a dab. Yeah, I put a lot more in the dab. I put I think I had maybe half of that tube left, or a little bit more than half, and I put the whole thing on there. To me, more is better. But anyway, we'll move it over and we'll play a game, see how it goes.
Check it out. In all of its glory. That's right, folks. The Fast and the Furious Drift. They didn't put Tokyo in it. It just says lettering Drift. I've been seeing these things on Facebook where they decipher like what some people's tattoos say, where it's just text like that, and it says things like water, peace, right? And so there was some guy, like, he was just writing that on his arm in English and walking around and showing people how weird they look with these these. Did I try to guess that that's? Did I say Chinese, or maybe it's Japanese? I don't know. Wasn't it originally Tokyo Drift, or wasn't that a movie or something? I don't know, folks. That's what I'm saying. It's in the wrong language. What a beautiful game. We usually don't get them quite this new. I don't know if Joe mentioned that, but the newest stuff we've really had, let me think, I don't know. We had some Rush 2049s, but we don't have the actual boards that go in them. So we're looking for some Rush 2049 boards. We've got the cabinets. And I think this is a copy of the Rush 2049 cabinet, or similar to it at least. But what a cool looking game. It's got nice art on it. Yeah, it's got the Universal logo on it, so I guess it was based on the movie, obviously. And I couldn't tell. Did someone add this? Yeah, that's like, I can feel that. So someone has touched it up at some point with like some red paint and stuff. So this, I don't know. This has been added, obviously. And that perfectly matches that. So I think the red was added. Let's see. I don't know. It actually looks really good. It looks like it matches. You know what it reminds me of? It's Raw Thrills. So it reminds me of Target Terror. It's kind of got the Target Terror look to the cabinet. The Target Terror cabinets had that same type of side art. I mean, it didn't look like it, obviously, but it's even the same kind of coloring. They went ahead and put the chrome T-molding on it, where it's got the chrome line in it. The back, so it's got red neon under it. Should we say neon? It's got that, and then the back, it's just white, or warm yellow, whatever. So I guess it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, see, this side, the paint is touched up differently. Whoever did that, though, is pretty smart because it blends in so well. Everything's so messy that you can't really tell that that's not original. We didn't put the bolts back in the seat. This thing is super heavy. It's about the heaviest game we've ever moved. We had trouble laying it down to get it out of the trailer even. I mean, this is a beast. So if you're buying this, it does have wheels under it, but you got to be sure that wherever you're putting it and whatever you're moving it on, you don't have to tilt this thing back, because if you get it off those wheels, you got a lot of weight on that hand truck that you're trying to move around. I would guesstimate just the front part weighs 450 pounds. That'd be my guesstimation. Might be wrong. I don't have no scale here or nothing, but it's heavy, folks. It's heavier than like a Cruisin' USA. It's just bigger. And there's something about this MDF that they use. It's real thick and it's solid, and I think it's been wet. That's another thing. I don't know if this is a true thing, but I've heard this for years from people. They may not know what they're talking about. Look what's going on here. See the swelling? So this has been wet at some point, and then it's swelled. And you know, everything has a water content to it. So does it retain water and that makes it even heavier? I don't know. It's swollen up. Has it dried back out and it's the same exact weight it was before it swelled up? I don't know. Something to think about. The seat looks great. If you don't know about the seat game, well, you know, I could show you some of them, I guess. They have done so many different seats over the years. On the last video, Joey kind of walked to the back and showed you some stuff. I guess I could go back here and show you some stuff too. We've got a whole bunch of different games with seats on them. Let's see what we've got in stock at the moment. Have you seen this yet? Coming soon. Can you tell which game we have the cover over so that the babies can't see it? Yeah, I'll show you these two at least. We got a couple there. I know everybody always likes it when we show off some of the stuff in the building. So this is a dedicated Cruisin' World, and they were using the black seat. Now the Cruisin' USA had a completely different seat on it. Whenever they make these, you know, they have to mold them and make these plastic vacuum formed, or whatever you call it, seats. And if you think back, if you've ever seen Final Lap, that was kind of one of the first ones I saw that had this style of seat, where it was like a one-piece kind of molded seat. They also, on some of these, like this off-road challenge here, they just have this little thing where you lean up against it. So this isn't upright, and it came with this platform that you just lean against. And then here's Cruisin' Exotica, completely different seat. But does it look familiar? So check out the way they did the speakers. All right, and this is a dedicated Cruisin' Exotica. Exotica! Right, now notice the way the seat is. They've added this piece on the side here where it's double thick, you can see. All right, so you got the round thing for the speaker. You got these three ribs here. You got a round thing up here for the sticker. And then they've got this thing that they started doing with it's almost like an exhaust, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it actually says V12 on this. And there's 12 like little fake exhausts, right? So on this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 8 total. And you got this round thing, and then you get 2 round things on the bottom. And this is like an oval. And this badge thing, you know, it's kind of like a chevron or whatever you want to call it, with the 2 holes in the middle. And there's 5 little cuts and 2 handles. You can see that one doesn't have a handle, unless you want to consider the top part a handle. All right, and it's purple. So they also, if you've ever seen San Francisco Rush, it was in green. Very cool looking. So on this Tokyo Drift. Now, Cruisin' Exotica was way back in the 90s. 98, maybe, something like that. But Tokyo Drift, 2006. So several years later. The two things, the 10 holes, the 2 handles, the 3 ribs, the 8 exhausts, the circle. There must have been a piece of art here that was probably removed that said Fast and the Furious. The round speaker, the 2 round things on the side. That's the same exact mold. It's just a different color. And if you look, it's not really the same color as the surround on the monitor. Slightly different. But I always thought that was so cool how they, you know, that's the seat from Cruisin' Exotica. It's just a different color on Fast and the Furious. I don't know. I just always found that interesting. Alright, it's probably a couple other games too. So they've got, you know, kind of the traditional dash that you see on a bunch of these, but that big surround on the monitor, I do believe is San Francisco Rush 2049. The top's different. But see the 3 little sticker things over there on the side? And the way that the monitor is exposed where you can touch it. You've got this thing here with the phone pad. 4 buttons over here, 1 button over there. 6 screws on the steering wheel. Let's see what 2049 looks like. Alright, so here is the flyer for San Francisco Rush 2049. I didn't realize the seats were gray. I thought they were green, but you know how your memory works. Yeah, the control panel is actually different, and it doesn't have the 3 things beside the monitor. It's a little different. So yeah, it's not actually that. And the seats are very similar to the San Francisco Rush seats, not the 20, you know. San Francisco Rush and San Francisco Rush 2049 have very similar seats. The original ones were definitely green. Yeah, but they've got the big plastic marquee up on top. Always reminded me of this. So, very cool. All right, well, I guess we need to play it. But let me show you what it looks like with the lights off first. There it is. Looks like we're at AMC Movie Theater 2007. It's exactly what it looked like. Only difference is it doesn't smell new anymore. Not that it stinks, it just doesn't smell new. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, it just, that's the only difference. I looked online. It looks like what we were just looking at, the Rush 2049 Special Edition, the monitor section weighed 500 pounds. This one, in my opinion, is bigger, so it's up over 500 pounds. Very, very heavy. And then also there was a version of this that was just Fast and the Furious, the Fast and the Furious. And this one is Drift. It's the upgrade to that. This is a dedicated Drift, but they also made a kit to turn your Fast and the Furious into Drift. So, pretty cool. All right, we'll play it a little bit. We're on free play. We need more volume.
Wrist Tour. Choose your transmission.
Automatic, baby.
Automatic transmission. Choose your car.
We're gonna make her do what she do. Ford, Dodge Challenger, Pontiac, Mazda, Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Mazda. We'll use a Camaro.
Customize your car. Engine.
So I've got
Neon.
oh, come on.
Tire.
I'm on free play, so I can do whatever I want.
Smooth. Next track, Shibuya. Get out of the road, kid! New record time.
Yep.
Tell me your name.
All right. Yep, first place. Battery's probably been in there, 18 years.
Drift Tour. Select an upgrade.
Okay. Oh, I didn't use the nitro. That's why I didn't do that good.
Body kit. Spoiler. 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 Spoiler.
Oh, God. I had to do it, folks. I had to do the spoiler. It's going to make it drive better. That's not a front wheel drive. Look, folks, I don't want to argue about it. Oh! Get out of my way! I'm in high-speed pursuit. Whoa! This road's curvy. Good Lord. Ooh, Lordy. I'm all over the place. They're cheating. Look at them. Oh, where are we? I think this is for pedestrians only. I went through the clock tower. We're back in time. Get out of my way.
Second place.
Yeah. Kind of looks like I'm third, but whatever.
New record time.
New record time. Ronnie, you're great. Look at that. Killing it. This is an error. I was higher. This also, it's an error. It's because I've only done 2 races.
Drift Tour. Upgrade your ride. Nitro.
I need the nitro.
Body kit. Body kit.
Yeah, baby.
Nice ride. Next track, Takayama.
It's probably going to make it faster. It's more wind aerodynamic. Out of go, folks. What a cool game. Really makes you want to put another dollar bill in it, doesn't it? So we're going to watch this for a couple more days, and then we will put it in the lineup here at the shop, put it up on our website for sale, and it'll go off to somebody's arcade or somebody's happy little game room in their house. So I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you like these drive-in games and you would like to see us, work on and play one of those San Francisco rushes I was talking about, we actually did San Francisco Rush the Rock. Woo! Check this video out. We'll see you on the next one.